And earlier we had the pleasure of listening to His Excellency Mr. Mustafa Varnak, who's Minister of Industry and Technology, Turkey, and now we can perhaps explore some more aspects of Turkey's focus on innovation through the comments of Mr. Ismail Gul. Are you here with us, Mr. Ismail Gul?
Yes, I am listening, Professor.
Great, wonderful. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. And thank you very much for your support also, because the Turkish Exporters Assembly has joined us this year for the first time as a member of the corporate partnership of the Global Innovation Index. This year in the index, and congratulations on Turkey's success. But I would love to hear your views in terms of how you see the Global Innovation Index helping Turkey move forward on the innovation agenda. The minister earlier talked about an evidence-based industrial policy and the GII helping in that. We'd love to get your views on that, please.
Thank you very much, Professor Datta. Dear audience and panelists, I am honored to be speaking on behalf of Turkish Exporters Assembly in this panel with GII corporate partners. As you say, this year, for first time, we are glad to be a corporate partner of GII. I hope this panel will bring new dimensions for partners and our countries. Dear audience, innovation is the driving force to shape the future. With the pandemic, digitalization reshaped innovation policies and business strategies. As a team, we navigated on digitalization and organized 91 virtual trade delegation and 12 fairs for the first time in our history. Since 2012, we organized Turkey Innovation Week in order to support export growth based on innovation. More than 700 speakers are hosted and 500,000 people visited the Turkey Innovation Weeks. Last year, we organized Innovation Week virtually for the first time. The event broke a record with 7 million interactions. These figures show how great the interest for innovation in Turkey. The pandemic also increased attention of digitalization. So corporates have started to work more closely. We care about this collaborative culture. Within the scope of GII Turkey Roadmap, we designed a national task force consisting of 40 representatives from 22 institutions. Our task force is supported by our president at the highest level. At the same time, we coordinate all of the activities on Turkey Global Innovation and Monitoring Platform. And thanks to our efforts, we are happy to learn that we jumped 10 places and ranked 41st in the index. This rank is a historical record for Turkey. We are happy. We would like to thank our President and ministries for leading this breakout. We will continue to support innovation ecosystem of Turkey and believe that Turkey will progress more in GII next year. Dear panelists, finishing my words, I would like to thank Portland Institute, panelists and valuable moderator Mr. Professor Dutta. He was a keynote speaker in Turkey Innovation last year. He enlightened us with his attractive speech full of innovation. We invite all of you to Turkey Innovation Week 2022 and discover the great potential of Turkey. Thank you very much for everything.
Sure, Mr. Ismail Gul, for your very kind comments. And in fact, thank you for inviting me last year to take part in your Turkey Innovation Week. I enjoyed my participation very much. And I must say that I was very impressed both by the kind of questions which the audience asked and a lot of the young people who reached back to me. So let me ask you a question, because clearly Turkey is a great country with great human talent. How did the Turkey Innovation Week, you feel, help stimulate this creative drive or the innovation drive among the young people in Turkey? How are the young people reacting, and what is happening on the young people dimension in Turkey?
The young people is willing to, very insisting to innovation. You know, they are very exciting to learn about innovation or create of things. Tomorrow will be opening to Technofest. You know, the Turkish name is Technofest organization. More than 1,000 young join this organization. They are they are gathering, join that, and then at the same time we cooperate the universities. The young people, you know, the aim of the lifestyle innovation for them.
Thank you so much. And, you know, as I said earlier, I do believe in the power of young people to drive innovation in the country. This point was made earlier by several speakers. And I would like to explore this a little further with the next panel member, Professor Nagla Rizk, who's a professor at the American University of Cairo in Egypt, and also the founding director of the Access to Knowledge for Development Center at the university. Welcome, Dr. Nagla. Are you here with us?
Thank you. Yes, I'm here.
Great.
Thank you.
Very pleased to see you. And, you know, you are at the heart of an innovation ecosystem inside Egypt. You have, of course, first-hand knowledge of not just what is happening in Egypt, but also in neighboring African countries, which is of great interest. We heard earlier from Director General Tang about how venture capital deals in Africa have increased, how innovation hotspots are emerging in Africa. So I'd love to hear your perspective in terms of what's happening in Egypt and perhaps the neighboring countries.
Thank you very much, Sumitra. I'm very pleased to be joining you today, also as member of the GII Academic Network. The biggest challenge, but also an opportunity for my part of the world, Egypt, is the percentage of youth. We have what we call a youth bulge. More than 50% of the population are young, which we can look at it as a great wealth of human resources. These unique demographics, the challenge sadly comes against a background of unemployment of the youth and the educated. So the challenge and the opportunity becomes how can we capitalize on this wealth to promote entrepreneurship and innovation. The good news is that quite a bit is happening in Africa, as you quite rightly say. We do research on African innovation as members of the Open African Innovation Research Network partnership. We are the North African Hub at the center at the American University in Cairo. And through our evidence-based research, we try to assess and explain and understand the innovation that's happening in Africa. And one of our conclusions, my colleagues and I, is that there's plenty of it happening in Africa. What we try to do is we try to widen the lens to look into that and understand the nuances that is happening on the ground. The statistic on VCs is very interesting. We find plenty of evidence in countries in Egypt, in Kenya, Ghana, South Africa, Ethiopia, Nigeria, and plenty of other research areas where we see alternative forms of knowledge governance, alternative ways of human skill development, marking, for example, rather than trademarking, but trying to mark the products within their own firms and protecting their knowledge. So we try to adopt an inclusive understanding of innovation and try to showcase this kind of innovation to our audience. Now, it is also clearly a clear challenge to face with COVID-19, because what we witness as multi-layered inequalities was exacerbated, but at the same time, technology offered ways to be innovative in offering educational content, in offering health services, in promoting data-driven innovation, for example. So in all of these, it is very important to adopt a grounds-up approach to understanding the data landscape, to understand the realities that are happening on the ground. One positive example I would like to cite is research that we are doing with Egypt's Academy of Research, of Scientific Research and Technology, in understanding the data landscape that actually provides information to the Global Innovation Index. And for us to understand the reality on the ground, it is very important that we reflect these realities using rigorous research and collaboration between academia and the government, and of course the private sector. Another important example I would like to cite is Egypt's AI strategy. I sit on the technical committee, and the committee includes people from the entrepreneurial scene, myself as an academic, and other people from technology. So this kind of multi-stakeholder approach, inclusive approach to science and technology and policies, but also to understanding the realities that are happening on the ground, including different communities, monitoring using novel data collection mechanisms and technologies to understand what's happening on the ground and enable us as a country, as communities, to make the best use of our youth.
Dr. Nagla, and thank you to the American University of Cairo also for joining the Global Innovation Index as a valued member of the academic network. I certainly do believe that youth will play a very important role in the future of Africa. Recently, I just taught a course on digital transformation to a whole group of students in Nigeria, and I was very, very impressed by the quality of discussions and the energy and vitality in the room. And this is something very in the future of Africa. I think today, just to close the panel that we have had, we've heard some excellent views in terms of both the potential of partnership, the power of technology, the ability of young people and people, the whole power of emerging markets to lead in innovation, to use innovation to create a better future. And I certainly hope that studies like the Global Innovation Index will help countries all over the world, especially emerging markets, to bring a more evidence-based focus to their own innovation policies. And as we design innovation policies for a post-pandemic world, we can have more well-thought-out approaches to putting in place the best policies for all the key stakeholders. Thank you very much for your attention and for your participation in this panel, our dear panel members. Over to you, Shasha.
Thank you very much, Professor Ducha. Let me now pass the floor to our Assistant Director General, Marco Aleman, for his closing remarks.
Many thanks, Sasha. Many thanks, Director General. Let me